Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Well, it's a sunny day here, and the temperature is also quite warm for December in Norway. Yeah, you know, last night I was thinking about something. It's just something that you cannot avoid, thinking about sometimes these days, and that's the fact that there is you know, and I hope this this video will not be, restricted or anything because of this theme. But anyway, there seems to be less and less freedom of speech nowadays. It's just something that really bothers me, and it's not right, of course. I'm not just talking about the fact that it's no now no longer accepted to be critical towards some sort of feminism or like I don't know, LGBTQ stuff, all that. And yeah, no, I'm all right with that. That's something that you just have to accept. Now our this is the time that just such times that you have to be able to yeah, just adjusting to accept that stuff. This is no longer the 90s, where everybody was able to discriminate against certain groups without, really suffering any repercussions, of course. But what I'm actually referring to is this what's going on now, right now. And that's something really you are not really allowed to talk about too much. And yeah, I mean, of course, when it comes to this pandemic, there's, not in all countries, fortunately. Unfortunately for me, it's not like that in this country where I live in, It's not like that now. I hope it will never be, of course. But in certain other countries in the EU, yeah, and the United States, and all Australia, of course. Australia is infamous for its incredibly strict rules regarding COVID-19. Yeah. Earlier on I did some video which kind of which got banned because I was I thought I could openly be critical towards all this stuff that is now considered something that is just obligatory, but apparently it turns out I can, and that's why I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm not even going to mention it by name. Otherwise, this will be another banned video, But anyway, yeah, there's just too little now, too much dictatorship actually going on, and especially in these big and strong, either big countries like Russia, China, and yeah, North Korea. Well, and even United States to an extent, yeah, certainly, and the EU, which is almost like a country in itself, even though it's comprised of several different countries, of course. But it's like we know what the EU is for, why it was made created in the first place. And well, at first it was just supposed to be a trade treaty between those certain countries in Europe, in Western Europe. But now it's become just too big, Now it includes a large part of Eastern Europe as well. I mean, most of it actually, except for Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina, and where I'm from, and yeah, the Russia, well, and white Russia or Belarus, yeah. So, and I believe Ukraine as well. But anyway, I think it's just um, too much is being imposed on us. Too much is being forced on us without us being really able to decide anything. We are now less and less given freedom to choose whether we want this or they just tell us this is what you all now from now on must do, or else, and that's not good, of course. Yeah. And of course we know now with the Facebook becoming meta. Now it seems to be more like about being able to control certain unwanted elements and getting rid of them. Just blocking them out. So that's what they do. Already, I believe. Everybody who has posted some sort of controversial stuff on whether it's about race, sexual orientation, or politics, or whatever, anybody like that will be closely monitored and is already, I believe. And if they make another such controversial statement, I think that will be it for them. They will have like like two strikes, and third strike you're out, of course. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I remember when I just first got my Facebook account in 2010. This was far from being like that. I mean, I could write about anything almost, and not get like a warning. And it was only if you really like went too far over the line, or if you posted some sort of very offensive photos. But in the past 3 or so years, they are really sharpened there, and that's what I don't like. They're really taking their criteria. They become too strict. When it comes to this, you post something that has a little bit of nudity, for instance, and then you get banned like for a week. Or that happened to me. I happened to post. I shared this song which had this cover, which was a little bit inappropriate, but it wasn't that bad. But I got banned like for a week, and I didn't even know why. Almost. I mean, yeah. But anyway, that's another thing. I think what's going on now is that it's going to be more and more control simply over your files, your data, or what you post online, everything. What even perhaps I don't know. Perhaps what you talk about between you and your closest friends, or even that may be now. I don't know, but it may they will start sooner or later to check on that, to monitor, because that was the only part. That is still the only place where you can really freely talk about anything and curse and just say anything in private. But that's a question: how much longer that will stay private? That's one big question. I really don't know what's gonna happen there, but yeah, it's kind of scary, right? And I think it will drive quite many people away from all that, from such sites and social media. And thank goodness we have now, like, I don't know about Twitter, but we do still have some certain uh, social how you say it, yeah, social media websites where you can be allowed to talk freely, and that's, I guess, Twitch. That's one of them, I think, and yeah, maybe Vimeo. I'm not sure about that. I haven't really used it so much, but to me it looks like pretty because when YouTube has started banning more and more. I mean, deleting more and more videos, and that they didn't before. So that's also another thing that I don't like. You got like, for instance, stand-up comedians who are like very freely talking, like, and until recently, that's one thing I noticed. Many of Billy Connolly's, for instance, videos were gone from YouTube. You can only find them on Vimeo or Daily Motion. So now somebody has again started allowing his videos back. And the same goes for that one with the two Ronnies, with that sketch with that Arab guy in the grocery store in England. That sketch was kind of condemned as racist, even though it's not. It's just kind of mild sort of racism, not very offensive. Like the guy calls him Alibaba, and that's pretty much that's what's offensive. The only really offensive part, but it's better than if you call him something worse. There are worse things you can call an Arab, right? Yeah, definitely. I think Alibaba is a hero after all, from a beloved children's fairy tale, right? So yeah, but anyway, yeah. I mean, there's so much political control. I mean, politically inspired control now that I don't know I don't like it simply. That's all I can say. I don't know if it will ever change. I don't think so. It can only get worse, I think. Yeah, alright. So I hope this video will not be banned, but who knows. Alright, so that was it. Thank you. Bye bye.